raining ever so slightly. I can see the sunlight in the sky though, covered with all the clouds. Let's see if it stops. Now with that in mind, what did I read today? It's kind of interesting reading this one here. Apparently there was a maiden flight for a solar powered drone. This one says, Chinese homegrown solar powered drone makes maiden flight. China's first large fully solar powered drone successfully completed its maiden flight on Saturday. The unmanned aerial vehicle platform landed smoothly after 26 minutes of flight in the air, with all systems operating normally, according to the Aviation Industry Corporation of China. That looks like a pretty huge drone too. And you can see all the videos and so forth that they released. Although with the notion of 26 minutes, I know if you read the stories of the other ones that lasted for days and days, is it still impressive? But either way, more people are making, I guess, solar powered drones per se. Although in terms of using more traditional drones, apparently I guess there are still huge lockdowns when it comes to things, for example, such as COVID. You've seen the videos such as how there were people in an IKEA store when they announced someone got COVID, they were going to lock people in, but then everyone tried to get out. And how about using drones as a way to tell people to stay inside, for example, as well? You can see like all these social media posts of videos with drones attached with, I guess, loudspeakers telling people the community is in lockdown, stay in your room, I guess because of COVID and all that. It just makes you wonder, is this too much? This is one of those things where it just feels like they don't want to give up control per se, correct? Everywhere in the world has all this data and stuff like that, talking about things, for example, like natural immunity, telling people to essentially only go to the hospital and so forth if you feel extreme symptoms, but I guess there it's just persistent. I mean, how would you react if this drone just flew around your area with all these, I guess, messages and all that to stay home? With that thought, there were a lot of people who would start protesting, I guess, things like mandates. But how about this one? This wasn't related to things like lockdown, but rather energy prices. And look at how many people there are. This guy here writes, protests in Prague, Czech Republic have brought tens, I guess, of thousands of supporting government to resign. Protesters have several complaints, including high energy prices due to EU environmental regulations and sanctions against Russia. And it says here, Russian media is delighted by these protests. I guess this is kind of expected just based with everything that's happening, but wow, that's a lot of people. Will, I guess, the government actually change to adapt to what people are saying they want, per se? I know, again, I've said before, if it is a democracy, then technically you have to do what the mass majority of people want, unless these are, quote, misrepresented, where it's only a small fraction of people and the mass majority of people love it the way it is. I highly doubt it in places like China, for example. I don't think many people want to be locked in. It's just, I guess, what are you gonna do? Fight back and go to jail and so forth? I don't think so for a lot of people, correct? So a lot of, I guess, turmoil and stuff around the world. See you guys later.